Hi, I'm Steve and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the first video of many, I think, because I have decided to spray the bodywork before I put the engine in. Now one big problem I have is the windscreen. Now to do a proper paint job, I don't want to mask up to the rubber on the windscreen. It never looks right. So really I need to take that windscreen out. Now I've got some new rubber here that I've had, I don't know where I got this. It might have come through the club, I don't know. And that is the profile of that rubber. Now I don't know if that's correct, or will that give problems? Will the chrome strip expand it out enough? So this is just a question to everyone that's watching this, that's done it before. Can you please advise me, is this a good rubber to put in? So the first thing I need to do is put the car on the floor. At the moment it's 8 inches above the floor on my 4 homemade skates that I've got. That allows me to move it around easily. So I'm going to lower it onto the floor for the first time in 20 years, 25 years. It's going to seem strange because at the moment it looks like a taxi, it's so bloody high. Wow, it really looks short. Now it's down on the floor for the first time in 25 years. It's looking more like a Mark 1 now. Now you might say, why do I need to respray this car? It looks lovely. But what I've got is micro blistering all over the roof, all over here. Now from this point forward, that has been resprayed with cellulose. So that's all been stripped back to the metal from there. So now I'm going to strip the paint off from here right the way back to the back panel and give it a respray. It's very difficult to show this on camera, but as you can see it looks as though it's dusty, but this is not dust, this is micro blistering. And I don't know if this is going to come out, but as you can see it's all the way over the roof. So what happened was, in the 80s I was using this for work, this car, and in my lunch breaks I knew I was going to get it resprayed, but I gave it to a friend. But before I gave it to a friend to respray, in my lunch break I rubbed it down. You know, this car was green when I bought it, so I flattened the green all the way back, and then it stayed for a few weeks and it rained and the moisture must have got in underneath, and then I gave it to my mate and he rubbed it down a bit more and sprayed it, and it's trapped moisture. Now when he gave it back to me it was lovely, absolutely smooth. So the first thing I've got to do is take the doors off and remove the front and rear screens, and I don't know if I can reuse this rubber because this is not the original rubber. This was replaced in the 80s, and there's nothing wrong with this rubber, but I have to take the windscreen out, so it's not something I'm looking forward to. And also respraying I'm not looking forward to because I'm no good at filling. So it's the end of April now, 2021, and this video is going to last all summer long because it's not a quick job to do this. So what I'm going to try to do is start uploading once a week small videos, maybe 15-20 minutes long, because obviously it's going to be too long if I do one video for the whole respray. I'm never going to get it in. I know I'm going to have trouble with this back door because on this torch there's quite a strong magnet on here. As you can see, it just sticks so easy on sheet metal, but when I put it here it just falls down, and it started to bubble out here already. So this has been bodged up. Loads of filler has been put on here. So I'm gonna, looks as though I'm gonna end up cutting patches out here, welding them up, and I'm doing it again. So that's gonna take some time. See there, it's fine. It's all right there. So from there to there, there's loads of filler. So it looks as though there's a hole being filled up with filler to me. Not good sign really, but there we go. Before I remove this door, I thought it would be easier to take all the workings, the window and everything out while it's still on here, and then it'll make it a bit lighter when I do remove the door. And I'm going to put a trolley jack underneath. Now this window channel goes all the way down here, and there's a bolt in here. In the book it says there's 2 bolts there, but on this later card there's only 1 bolt. And you can actually pull it down. It's a bit tight, but it's actually pushed in, so this is in 2 halves, and it is coming down. Right, so it's pulling out the cloth channel is coming down. Right, so all this, I'm going to have to replace all this. I'm sure you can buy it. There's a Phillips head screw in the rubber here. And then hopefully when I take that out, this should come this way. There we go. Oh, shut that. Get this out of the way. This just pulls down. Oh, that's coming out okay. And the rubber on here is not too bad. It could be used again if I can't get a new rubber for this. Oh, that came out okay. Gotcha. Wow. Well, that was a disaster. Because that clip, this is a sprung loaded clip, and as I pushed it that way, this clip broke off. So I'm going to have to think of finding something to replace that now. Right, there's 2 of these, so this one I've given it a shot of WD-40 to try to help it out, and I think a pick is very handy when you're doing this. And obviously you've got to have a mirror So what happens is the leather washer, there's a leather washer there, and it all gets caught up into the clip and it stops the clip coming out. It's very difficult. That's coming out now. That's it, it's out. I don't know if that one's broke. Oh, there you go. So that's what it should be like. And that's the one I broke earlier. Right, to get the glass out, I think you have to remove this so it won't go through. Oh, it helps if you undo the screws. Anyway. So to get the glass out, you have to take these trims out, both sides, and these clips here, they're very easy to damage. I've got one of these clips where there's a dent in there. I'm going to have to straighten that out. So what I've done, I've painted this with paint stripper. I'm going to do the outside as well, so that the paint doesn't stop this clip from sliding along. So now I'm going to try to move this clip along without damaging anything. It is going. Let's get some light. Where's my light? That would have been so much more difficult to get that off with the paint on there. Okay, so now that's free, this should come off. Okay. Difficult. Got to be so careful with these trims because they can buckle. That's it, I've got it off. There we go. So make There you go. The reason you can lift it is because the ends are not pinned over like that. thought I'd have to take all the mechanisms out, but I don't have to. You can get this out without taking the winder out and the lock out. So this rubber here looks okay to me, so I won't have to replace that rubber, because sometimes they perish. These 4 screws on here, when I wound the window up and down before I started, I noticed these screws were moving. So for some reason they were loose. That's going to be a job to get back. This chrome strip was very easy to get off, because when the car was resprayed, I put all grease down here on these clips and everything, so I was able to squash these clips from the inside and push them out. That can be much harder when they're all rusty. And all under this door handle was all greased as well when I put it all back together last time. It's helped so much. All the outside chrome was redone last time it was resprayed in the 80s. So I won't have to be spending out on chrome work, although the bumper isn't perfect. Oh, there's a clip I've never seen before. Underneath this clip in here, there's a self-tapping screw. So the only way to get that off is to bend it straight. It's probably just my old steel, and it was pinching the rubber on. So I'm just going to bend that straight. Yes, it's not spring steel. Yeah. So that is bent flat after the rubber's put on. From this point all the way along the bottom, there was that. Now I don't even know what shape that is, but there's these tabs. I think it was that way, and I just pushed the tabs through, so I won't be able to get that. So I'll probably end up sticking it all the way round whatever I buy. Good news is that I've got quite a good cross section here, so I can get the same trim, make sure it's the same. See, this section here is quite good, so I can cut a cross section out of there And look at that. And look at that. That's got string now. Yeah, that's reinforced with string. I'm going to replace these weather strips because they've all flattened down and they've worn over the years, and these staples are getting very near the surface, so it won't be long before these staples will start to scratch the window. And the only way I could get this out was to find the correct size screwdriver and just bend these staples back and then pull it out with these pliers. And it's very difficult to get these out, so I'm going to have a right fun and games putting the new strip back. I've decided to end this video here because I'm trying to post one video a week. So the next video will start off with me dismantling the rear door, and I don't really know where the next video is going to go, but that's all for now. So thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.